is already it is very much similar to discrete random variable. So okay, I will share this complete slide to everyone. So I'm talking about derived random variable or derived distribution also, you can say that. So here, a story is what you are having a random variable x, and from here that means you also know about what is PDF of that. PDF definitely it would be x. So these two information you are having. You are having a random variable x and you are having corresponding PDF. And from here you can define various random variable. So g of x. So g of x you can call it either you can define it x square, or you can define it square root of x, or you can define it log x, or you can define it sin x. So many various function you can define. So with respect to a single variable, random, continuous random variable, you can define various random variable. Then what would be question? Then what is the PDF of this one? Call it y equal to g of x. Then what is the PDF of this one? So that we have to derive. So that's why name of this random variable we are calling it derived random variable. We have to derive. And PDF of y easily it can derive from the PDF of x. So that is the story. So simple example first I am taking it. So suppose you are having a uniform random variable x. From here you want to take a new random variable, a square root of x, that we are calling it y equal to a square root of x. So if you are having a uniform random variable, then what is the distribution of uniform random variable in a very in a unit interval 0 1, it is taking value 1, and outside interval 0 1 the PDF is taking value 0. So PDF of uniform random variable, you can say it like this way, equal to 1 when x is coming from this unit interval, x belongs to this 0 0 1, and the PDF is 0 outside when x is not coming from unit interval, it is coming from outside interval, it is not coming from interval 0 1, then PDF value would be 0 0, where for uniform distribution over interval 0 1. So this is the distribution, you know about uniform distribution story. So here let x be an uniform distribution over the interval 0 1, then we have to find the PDF of a square root of x. So we know that. So what one thing you have to know, that once you are having function of a random variable, first find the what is the possible value that function can take. That means what is the range. So if you are taking any x from the interval 0 1, then definitely a square root of that it would be again in the interval 0 1. That means we have to find the distribution of y only over 0 1. Outside 0 1, distribution of that y would be 0. Why? Because distribution of x is 0, so we don't have to bother about outside y. So we have to find distribution of a square root over 0 1, interval 0 1 only. So that's for each y. First what we do, there are two approaches. One approach we are calling it CDF approach. So we don't know distribution of that PDF of y because it is function of x, and so we will try to find CDF, cumulative density function of y. What is that? It is from the definition of CDF, it is talking about it is the probability up to y. So probability of up to y, and y is what? It is a function of x. So directly we express y in term of x, and we do little bit here algebra calculation. After that we will see that this probability y up to, while taking value up to small y, it has been transformed into that probability that x is taking value up to y. So when here you can observe that this probability is expressed in term of random variable y, but here after manipulation we observe that this probability is defined in term of x. X is taking value up to y. So it is talking about what? It is talking about CDF of the given random variable x. So it is CDF of x. You can say that this one is here y square. So that's where we have expressed CDF of uh, y in term of CDF of x for argument y square, and it is directly equal to x square. Why? We know that if you try to find CDF of uniform random variable, so how you find it? So from the formula, it is a continuous random variable, and I had already given the definition of CDF for continuous random variable. That means you have to integrate from minus infinity up to x, and we know that minus infinity to 0, the CDF this CDF is taking value 0, and just between within interval 0 1 it is taking value non-zero value, that one is 1. So this integral will be simplified to just integral from interval 0 to x. So you can convert this one, an integral from 0 to x of what is CDF, what is PDF in that interval? It is 1, taking value 1 time dx. So what is integral of this one? So integral of this one is x. Integral of this one is, that means CDF of a uniform random variable up to x, it is taking value x. For x, it is taking value x. So from that you can derive that if you are taking, if argument is x, then you are getting x. If argument is y square, then you will get y square. So directly you got CDF of derived random variable y, and we know that how we can get corresponding PDF. Just differentiate this CDF, and then you will get PDF. So just I have taken two approach. One approach we are calling it just find the CDF of the derived random variable and differentiate it and get the corresponding PDF. So just differentiate the CDF of y. What is the differentiation of y square? It is 2y. So 2y is the PDF of this derived random variable. It is one approach. Another approach is what? Another approach we call it Jacobian approach. So here what we do, so in order to find, here we don't need to find CDF of y. Just by using CDF of x directly we can get PDF of y. How? So here a story is coming like this way. So differentiate CDF of y, CDF of x with respect to x. So here what is the relation? Here for each y we can say that for each x, y equal to a square root of x, and from here you can simplify, that means x equal to y square. X equal to y square. This relation we can reduce it here. So you can say that this one is differentiates CDF of x with respect to x. So y square is equal to x. So that means it will differentiation. This will give what PDF of x and multiply with Jacobian of change of transformation. So it is change of transformation. You are changing from x to y. So in this term we are calling it Jacobian. So find the Jacobian. So what is CDF of x? It is coming. If you differentiate CDF, it becomes just PDF. So what is PDF of this uniform random variable x? It is 1. So that's where here 1 is coming, and this 2y part is coming thanks to Jacobian. So if you differentiate y square with respect to y, 2y will come. So this PDF time Jacobian of the transformation, and that one is giving your value of PDF of y, derived random variable y. So this approach, it may look little bit complicated, but it is not always possible to find CDF of a given random variable. It is not always possible to find this kind of explicit form of CDF of y. So that's why it is not always possible. Here uniform random variable is very simple. That's why it was easy to find CDF of y. So but in another case things would be complicated. So this journey I can give a pictorial representation. I'm taking one more question. After that, I will give a pictorial representation. So another question is that you are having a uniform random variable x. That means what is the density of this x? The density of x is given. It is uniform. X is what? It is talking about distance. X is distance. It is taking uniformly uniform value between 30 to 60 miles. That means you can plot it like this way. So 30 is here and 60 is here. 60 mile is here. So what is the height? What would be height? That means what would be the value of density in this interval in order to normalize it. So density would be 1 by 30. It would be 1 by 30. Then area would be equal to 1. Area of this rectangle, it would be 1. So that's where density is 1 by 30 when x is between 30 to 60. When x is taking value between 30 to 60. Okay. From the interval 30 to 60. And outside here density is 0. Outside we don't have to bother about. So this is the uniform density, it is given here, and it is 0 outside otherwise. Okay, this is the story of given uniform distribution. Now we have to introduce a reciprocal, that means 1 by x. and that would be function of x. So we have to find density of that. So the question is something like this: John Slow is driving from Boston to New York area, a distance of 180 miles. Remember the distance is 180 miles. His average speed is uniformly distributed between 30 to 60 miles per hour. Sorry, a speed. So here x is, you can call it x is a speed here. It is not distance, miles per hour. So it is talking about a speed. What is the PDF of the duration? So we have to find the PDF of duration. So we know that if you are taking a speed, that means x. A speed is what? It is defined as a total distance divided by total time cover. So you can write everything in capital, because all these represent what? These represent random variable. So we are writing in capital. So we have to find the distribution of t. So distribution of t would be what? Distribution of t would be equal to s by x. S is what? 80 miles. It cover 80 miles. That is the distance. It cover 80 miles. So sorry, 180 miles. So 180 by x. X is the speed. So this is your random variable, new random variable, or you can say that derived random variable. You are having x uniform random variable, then from there you are deriving random variable time as a reciprocal function of x. Okay, reciprocal, that x is a speed. So you have to find what is the uh, PDF, what is the distribution of t. Here you know the distribution of x, but you have to find the distribution of t. So that we will calculate it. So here we consider x be a speed and y equal to g of x. It is the talking about time duration. That means y equal to 1 by 180 by x. So we have to find the distribution of this one. So again we will go for two approach. First we will find CDF of y. So what is CDF of y? We can calculate just CDF through this definition of CDF. So here we have to replace y in term of x. So y is what? 180 by x, and simplify it. So by simplification you will see that it is talking about probability that x is taking value greater than equal to 180 by y. And here what is this? Is probability of tail. You can express this probability of tail by this 1 minus that x is taking value up to 180. What is this one? This one is CDF of x. It is talking about CDF of x. So again I would like to comment over here that what is this one? X is uniformly distributed. So from here easily you can derive it, you can write it like this way: 1 minus 1 by 30 times 80 by y. So this would be what? CDF of y. Okay, you got the explicit. So here further you got the explicit form of CDF of y. This is the explicit form. Luckily you got, because x is uniform. That's why you got explicit form of CDF of y. Okay, and what is how you will get the PDF of y? Just differentiate this one with respect to y. Differentiate, you will get PDF of y. So one approach. Another approach is that apply the change of transformation formula. That means apply PDF. This is the PDF of x multiply with Jacobian. So this is the Jacobian of transformation. That means differentiate x with respect to y. So if you differentiate x with respect to y, what is the relation between x and y? Relation between x and y is that y is equal to 180 by x. So you can say that x is equal to what? X is equal, from here you can derive that x is equal to 180 by y. So you can find from here, you can find Jacobian of transformation dx by dy. It would be what? It would be in term of 180 by y square. And here mod we are taking minus and will automatically rectify and just simplify. After simplification, you will come to see that that PDF that directly you are getting with the help of Jacobian. It is also taking the same value 6 by y square what we had already got by differentiating the PDF of y. So there are two different approaches. So how you can visualize all these approaches of visualization, you can see it here. So it was given. So the distribution of speed was given. So it was uniform in nature between 30 to 60. So height is 1 by 30. After using this PDF, you got this is the CDF. It is uniform in nature. So between 60 to 30 to 60, it is taking linear in nature. If you integrate constant function, then you are getting a linear function. So that's why CDF is a linear function. And just using this one, this CDF of x, you can get CDF of y. It is parity. parabolic in nature. Parabolic nature from the definition I had already described. And once you are getting CDF of y, differentiate, and you will get a PDF of y. You can see that it is inverse function like this way. So this one is PDF y. So three approach you have to: one step, two a step. So one step, two a step, third step. In third step you will get through CDF approach. But another direct approach is that what you do, find the PDF is already given. PDF of x is already given. So multiply PDF of x with what? With Jacobian. So Jacobian here it would be dx by, because you are going from x to y, x space to y space. So that would be Jacobian would be dx by dy. This one we are calling it Jacobian of transformation. So multiply this PDF with Jacobian, corresponding Jacobian, directly you will get PDF of y. So it is a very short, fastest way to calculate the PDF of a derived random variable. So always I would like to suggest go for this approach. Few more example, after that I will wind up this class. I won't take much time. So here another thing is that take any continuous random variable, then what you do, you try to convert derive from that continuous random variable two kind of derive function. One is a square, another one is affine. That means a linear function. So if you are taking a square function, x square, so x is any random variable, and then you are defining a new random variable x square. Then how you can find PDF of this one x square? So again apply one approach, that process of finding CDF approach, that long approach. So just simplify all these calculation, simply keep on simplifying. You will come to see that the CDF of y, it can be expressed as this CDF of x, CDF of x, difference of CDF of x. This you can approach. So you know about this value because x is already given. You know about PDF of x, so easily you can get CDF of x as well. So here the PDF of y is already expressed in term of CDF of x. So by differentiating this, directly you will get your PDF of y. So differentiate it. This is the PDF of y. This is the PDF of y, directly you differentiate it and you will get PDF of y. So another way, that by differentiation process, another process, that this process I will talk about. What you here you have done, you multiply CDF of PDF of x with Jacobian. This is the Jacobian part. This is the Jacobian part, and this is the PDF of x. This is the Jacobian part. Okay, and through that directly you can get PDF of y. Similarly, if you are taking linear function, that means y equal to ax plus b. This one is very easy. It is easier than x square. So here again you can get explicit representation of CDF of y in term of CDF of x. This is the representation, and don't worry about that. What you do here, you can this is another approach is that take PDF of x, multiply with Jacobian, Jacobian of transformation. What would be Jacobian of transformation? That means dx by dy. So here easily you can ask one question: how I can get Jacobian? The relation is given between x and y is what? Linear. It is talking about y equal to ax plus b. Okay. So from here, just do little bit manipulation. From here, you can derive it, bring b left hand side. Then it would be what? Y minus b, and divide it by a, both side. Then you can express x as a y minus b divided by a. Then here it's very easy to calculate dx by dy. That one is the Jacobian of the transformation. That means you are transforming from x to y. So if you differentiate, what would be differentiation of this one? It would be 1 by with respect to a with respect to y, it would be 1 by a. So that's why a Jacobian 1 by a is coming. So a Jacobian process is very simple to calculate in the derived distribution of a given random variable. So another visualization you can look into like this way. So this one is actual distribution of x. Then you do multiplication of this x by ax. Then you observe some kind of flattening in the distribution. After that, you are adding a constant x. That means there is a change of origin. So origin has been shifted. So this is the visualization of a random variable, that when you are changing random variable to another derived random variable by affine transformation. This is the visualization. Okay. So suppose another this generic thing, this one is very simple thing. If suppose your change of transformation G is monotonic in nature, then easily, so here G is monotonic in nature, then every monotonic function whether it is monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing, then if you are taking a monotonically increasing function, then that one is always an invertible function. So if suppose G is a monotonically increasing function, then you can always find G inverse of G, what would be that? H. So if y equal to G of x, then through inverse function you can say that x equal to h of y. So due to monotonicity you can find always inverse function. So for that case, if your change of transformation, if transformation function is a monotonic in nature, then directly apply Jacobian approach in order to find PDF of a derived random variable. So that approach I have already written it here. So in case of uh, monotonically decreasing, things would be positive, and in case of monotonically increasing, things would be Jacobian would be negative. So in so to bring in both things in together, I have taken it mode here, modulus, that in order to neutralize that negative term. So here directly apply Jacobian measure. So density of x multiplied with Jacobian of x to y, Jacobian of transformation from x to y. So all these are part of derived distribution. In next class we will start central limit theorem. So plot, you can observe all these plot. Regarding attendance, everyone just mark your attendance there in Google Classroom or in a comment box. Okay. Okay, further if